Okay, here we go, turn 4. One viewer correctly pointed out that I forgot to reduce F22 during the landing. They landed with 3 steps and not 4. So that's done. Next we need to do the amphibious landings for our tanks. So that's the hardest part with the camera because I don't have enough table space. So I'm just going to leave it here. And all right, I'll pick up the camera. Red Beach 1. This guy drifts to the right actually, so he's over here. Now whenever you land a tank, you don't look at the U for units, you just look at the L. Hey, so we got two steps of the L, which means he lands with both steps. And he sorry. So that was 2 steps in the water, right? However, tanks can treat water results, water and reef as beach. So he's going to make it to the beach. Hey, that's like kind of perfect, isn't it? Actually, that's kind of perfect. Surrounding that guy. All right, let's do Red Beach 2 tank. Drifting to the left, which brings him inside a little bit along the pier. And again, we got 2 full steps and he's on the beach. So he will plop up on top of there. And then lastly, since those 2 went well, this is going to be the guy that takes it. No drift. And yeah, he gets hit once. And inland 1. Okay. He gets hit once and inland 1. So he comes up into here, which is not good. Well, actually it's okay. He's disrupted. Okay, all in all, we got 2 out of 3 that landed with all of their steps. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, there are no units in the water to move. Okay, so we don't have to do that phase of the amphibious operations, or that step of the amphibious operations phase. And also, we don't have any other units to load for turn 5. Turn 6 will be the next wave, and that's when we have a bunch of units coming. That's pretty much the cavalry for the game, it seems to me, like turn 6. All right, so we are on turn 4. We've turned over, what happened to my actions up here? These got bumped. Okay, we've turned over the M action so far, so we don't have to turn over anything else on this turn. All right, let's get to it. Intense Japanese fire. Limit U.S. land movement to 1 hex this turn. Not good, but not a horrible time for this to come up. Actually, we don't have a lot of big movement that we're doing, I don't think. Okay. All right. The fire card is double yellow. Green, we can ignore the R, and brown, we can ignore the P. So yellow will shoot at tanks. Otherwise, we don't have to worry about the symbols, which always makes me happy. And I don't have to deal with that. All right, so let's start over here. Who do we got? Blue, he's a single yellow, so nothing. And I say this to myself every time I do this. Have to remember that a double can be 2 singles, not necessarily 2 units stacked. So, all right. Coming over here, he's disrupted anyway. Double red. Yeah, I don't think we have any double yellows. There's yellows here, down here, and I don't have to worry about them. Okay, now let's go to single green. Single light green. This guy doesn't shoot into here, so we're fine there. I don't think there's any other light green up on this side of the board. I think the next light green is this. And the next light green, I think, is this. Nope, this guy's a light green. but there's no one in his field of fire. Where are tanks? Okay. I think we escaped. I mean, since the R action on the card is not in play, there's a lot that doesn't happen. Otherwise, guys would probably be redeploying. Okay, let's move on to brown. Okay, brown. We're in the brown spot here. These aren't brown. Okay. There's a brown zone of death here, but he's brown, but these guys are down behind the seawall, so he doesn't see them. This guy's in blue. Oh, this was right. I forgot. This was we moved this guy over here, hoping we wouldn't draw a blue, and we got lucky. I'm just remembering that. That was last night that I did that. So. Excellent. These guys should be able to do something, except these guys are brown and they fire at him. Okay, but the symbol on the card is a diamond and he's in a steady zone, which means he needs to have the symbol, and he's a triangle, so they fire right over his head. Excellent. Wow. Oh. Right. Okay, I was going to say we made it through there unscathed, except artillery, 1 heavy and any 4. There are 2 heavies, I believe, on the in the game. There's this one here that we destroyed, and then there's this one here. So, yeah, so they do hit us, and the priority again for artillery is beach approach. There's nobody in the beach approach. Water, there's no one in the water. And and then beach. So I've got to find the diamond on the beach. Oh, crud, with the most steps. Okay, and I think, yes, we already checked this. If there's a choice, if there's a tie, we get to choose. So there is going to be a tie. I see... I see a 3-step diamond here, a 3-step diamond here. That's a 2-step. And then I see a 3, no, that's a triangle. Hello. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Okay. So I think it's between, well, I think that's an easy choice. We're going to reduce him. This guy's a heavy weapons unit, and even when he's flipped, he has all weapons. So we want to protect him. So this E22 is going to take one for the team. All right, E22. All right. Let me pause for 1 second. Sorry, while I was making this, I got this text on my screen that said my YouTube channel now has 100 subscribers. I guess that's kind of fun. All right. Sorry, part of me wants to rush, but it's that kind of game, so I should just relax. All right, that was the artillery. Now it's on to our phase. So we take our 3 given actions, and then I'm going to do my system. You get a free action, and you get a free action, and you get a free action, and you guys get a free action, and you get a free action, and you get a free action. Okay, so well, I think an obvious is we moved this guy over here so that we could start working on this tank, and the tank didn't activate, so I think we should take the opportunity. Fortunately, tanks don't benefit from terrain, because this is a fortified building, which normally both an infantry and a depth marker would both be doubled, so we don't have to suffer that. So I think we're going to have to burn 2 actions on these guys. Oh, he needs to be flanked. All right. Oh, and I have to remember we can only move 1. We can only move 1. He needs to be flanked. Why did I move him here? All right, whatever. Ah, nuts. All right. Well, he's not flanked, but we do have 12. Oh, this, I guess, I must have been tired last night. I don't know what I was thinking. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense at all. Adding this guy to the attack does nothing for us. I probably had a moment, a brain slip, a brain fart, as I like to say, where I was thinking that would be doubled. Oh, no, it's because we're going to reveal him, and he's going to be a 1 or a 2, which is going to bring this to 5. And we've got 7 here. That's why we needed him. Okay, I'm catching up to myself. So here we go. Per the fire chart, do you have the weapons? No. Oh. All right, I am just being an idiot. We are going to fire with these guys. Just this, 7 to 3, okay? We don't have the weapons anyway because we're not flanking him because of where I put him. So do you have the weapons? No. Unit and unrevealed, he's disrupted. Oh, which just really bugs me because I don't know why I put this guy over here. I mean, this wouldn't have worked either, right? That's not flanking either. Okay, well, you know what? A lot of this game, it sure seems to me, is just laying down suppressive fire. And we should just be happy with that, because now he'll be quiet for a turn. This guy still has to worry about brown fire, but he doesn't have to worry about blue fire. Okay, let's go take a look at the bird's beak and see what's going on over here. Okay. This was the guy that is double flanked. And when you have a double flanked enemy, you need 3 units attacking. And in that case, 2 of them, they can be adjacent because they have to be there. Someone's going to have to be adjacent to somebody in that configuration. Wow, that's awfully expensive to commit. Let me just pause and think about this. All right, I think we're going to do it. We get a free action here, and then it doesn't really matter. These 2 stacks, let's say, attack. Note that since this stack is attacking here and not through a seawall, that they are not doubled. Okay. To get the double benefit, all units must be attacking across a seawall for him to get the benefit. So anyway, the point is we have all the weapons. It's a revealed depth marker. So the depth marker is eliminated and the unit is disrupted. Now, next turn we can double flank him and pick him off that way. And I have to remind myself that my goal this game is to have a slower advance here and just take my time on the bird's beak and not rush in. So I'm wondering if we should... Oh, those are all of our actions. Oh, did I remove... No, I didn't, did I? I forgot to remove disruption for enemy units. So yellow comes off, which would be this guy. Okay, light green comes off. He's purple, so that's the only disruption marker that comes off. You know, give me that flank guy back. I have another idea. If we attack him with, say, let's say these two stacks. So this is 5 and 11 is 16. Okay, so actually he's blue. He's disrupted. We don't need to even attack him this turn. You know what? We're going to take advantage of him just being disrupted, and we're going to leave him alone. I think that's one of the better things to do in this game is if you've got somebody, you know, kind of sleeping, let sleeping dogs lie for a turn, and let's use our actions on something else. Now we can only go one space. But I do want to back him up, so he can only go, he's going to go one space there, okay, that gets him out of this guy's fire zone, okay, we have one more regular action to use, and we got a mess o free ones, whoops, so, hang on one second, let me fix this camera, thanks. Okay, so this guy's disruption marker came off. So we're going to have to do something with him, and he's going to have to be close combated. Okay, I don't like to go into close combat unless, as I said before, the enemy has a disruption marker and we have overwhelming forces. We have overwhelming forces with this stack, but I'd like to re-disrupt him. So considering that he's doubled to 4, we need 8 firepower, and this stack only has 4. So with our free actions, this stack is going to attack, and these guys who both have range are also going to attack. Even if it's just the infantry, that gives us 10. 10 to 4 is doubled, and he's going to get re-disrupted. Okay? In fact, why don't we do that? Why don't we say that was just the infantry's free action. He attacked with this stack, and then the tank gets his own free action, and I think he's going to just move into here. Also, it plugs that hole, and it keeps this guy from potentially doing, you know, a fire or advance or moving up here in some way, because that's 1, 2, 3. He could move into there, and then we don't need that. All right, we still have one regular action in these, so maybe we want to go in there and take that ground. I got to think about this for a second. All right, I don't know. I really don't. I can't get a feel for what I do or don't want to do. There's all kinds of, you know, pros and cons. These are our engineers, and it occurs to me that right now they are off the beach, so that they can't be hit by artillery, and then, which is a good thing. At the same time, they can be hit by this guy, okay, which is a bad thing. So we can move them back to the beach. I think what I've settled on, these are both intense fire dots, which means anyone who moves in there, if a brown comes up next turn, it's going to hit one of them, unless this guy gets depth markers in the meantime. I mean, that could always happen too. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I think we're going to move him in here. And remember, we can only move one. We're going to move this guy here. Okay, and then these guys are going to back away from the tank and go onto the beach. And they're going to stay there. And the HQ is going to stay I think, where it is. I don't feel good about this. And I want to use my last action here to push him this way to get next to the HQ. So all of these guys will get free actions next turn. And I think next turn we're going to have to commit to going in there and taking him out. I don't feel great about this. But, you know, maybe brown won't come up again, okay? I mean, red might come up. All right, that's the end of the turn. So let me reset. I'll do that off camera and save you a few seconds.